And 3, 2, 1, and...
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah.
I should have known better. And found out a bitch, then I would probably bitch before.
Hello, rapper friends. I came with a vulture's opposite of toaster. I came with the hope, sir.
And karma's a bitch, and she's with you right now, or you're with her right now.
Rapper.
Right.
Let me look up the lyrics.
It's Chicago. It's the great boys versus girls debate. Are we listening to Vultures or Karma by JoJo Siwa? It's the great boys versus girls debate.
Vultures by Kanye West or Karma by JoJo. I'm listening to Karma.
Yeah.
Wait,
Because I was listening to Vultures 4 weeks ago.
That's true.
That's
that
old.
came out a while ago. That's the most recent song I've heard.
Boys are listening to Vampire Weekend now.
Oh.
That's true, finally.
That's what boys are listening to.
I
But girls are listening to Karma by JoJo Siwa.
I looked up the lyrics to Karma's a Bitch, and it's like,
Yeah.
my mind on codeine and violence, and I got a balance, but I'm getting weak. It's the wrong song.
Oh, I was going to say
her mind on codeine and violence.
and violence.
Yeah.
She's doing codeine and abusing her lesbian lovers.
Are you saying JoJo's strapped with the K and she's going to let it spray and let y'all fade?
Oh, she's strapped all right.
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That
you
would
know
be
what I
something.
mean.
Oh, that's true. Come on, Rick. We're in the first 10 minutes. We can't say this naughty stuff. By the way,
You
this
can
is
say strap.
oh yeah, you can say strap. You can reference gay stuff. That's part of their agenda, right, on YouTube.
That's part of their agenda.
That's part of your agenda. We support your agenda.
Douche. You can say douche.
We can say
or
douche.
can you? I think so.
We can say
douche
poppers.
as a
I
medical.
don't think you... Can you say douche?
We can say Madonna.
But I'm not saying that guy's a. I'm not saying that guy's a D word. I'm saying
Yes.
I douched today.
I douched to clean out
douched
the
before I came here.
S from my AH for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And by the way, this is a leaked Dime Square Patreon episode. We're gonna put this out for the public to give everyone a taste.
Yeah.
But we have to wait 10 minutes because we're also gonna put it on
We
YouTube.
had told you guys in the past, which you guys, if you've been listening, you know,
Yes.
we're going to do a special Dimes Square naughty tier.
I like pronouncing that S real hard. Dimes
Square.
I lose that a lot.
Naughty
I like that.
bad word tier where we say all the naughty stuff that you want us to say.
We say it about all the kinds you see out in public.
Really bad stuff.
Yeah,
But we can't say it in the first 10 minutes on the YouTube.
We can't.
But we're going to say it past those 10 minutes. And you're going to get extra special more when you subscribe to Patreon.
If you subscribe to that Patreon, by the way, we say it all. And we get so drunk during it. About halfway through, you can't understand us halfway through.
No.
We're impossible to understand.
Yeah.
We're
getting all mad at each other.
We get mad at each other. I get sleepy. I fall asleep about halfway through it, and then halfway through 10 minutes. By the way, these don't last long.
No, but we're counting down the minutes until 10 minutes is up.
Until 10 minutes, we got a countdown started by somebody, I assume, and I assume somebody's got a countdown going. Nico's got a timer. Nico doesn't know nothing. Nico, I'm staring. They're playing Frogger right now on their phone. They're playing Super Mario Brothers.
I'm playing Stardew Valley, okay.
Oh my God.
Stardew Valley?
Yeah, I have to get my fucking radishes.
What is that? Is that like...
It's
That's like Farmville?
Harvest Moon or Animal Crossing, but it was made by one guy.
One brilliant man.
From tip to tail, sound design and all.
Yeah,
he voiced all the motherfuckers.
There's no voices.
He voiced all the little rabbits you run into. Did he do that?
There's no voices.
There's one little in his room doing all that stuff by himself, and you're impressed with this guy?
It's cool.
Oh, I said a word. No, you gotta bleep that. I said the AH. Oh, please bleep. Please bleep.
We'll bleep. No worries.
But after the 10-minute mark, we are going to say the most disgusting and vile things you ever heard in your life.
You are going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked. So this is the kind of thing that you would not want your parents to catch you listening to.
What do these letters mean to you? B, M, J, what's another
Q.
one? G, L. We say it all about all of those kinds.
All those words?
Yeah.
When you said BM,
Oh, dang it. I referenced
BM.
a certain thing we can't reference until 10 minutes in. I can't
Bowel
wait.
movement? We could say bowel movement.
Can we say bowel movement?
I think so. That's a medical.
Jock and
That's a
Nico?
medical thing.
That's really, we can reference the medical exercise of fingering your bowels to loosen stool in your rectum. Can we say that?
I don't know if you can say fingering.
Oh, jeez. We'll just bleep out that word.
You're doing it in a medical sense.
It's
though.
a medical
You're doing
sense.
it medically. You're not doing it in a S word kind of a way.
If we get demonetized for this episode, it will ruin me
And our
financially.
monetization is crazy. This pays for all of our lives.
This pays for my habits.
Yeah.
For my DMs, for my flyouts, all the women I fly out.
Yeah, you guys are doing family planning.
Yes.
You're planning on having a family.
Right.
Yeah.
To my chagrin, I'm gonna have 3 children. Apparently,
You decided on 3.
we decided on 3. We decided they should outnumber us in case of unfair parenting, so they should be able to overwhelm us in combat.
We gotta talk about. 1 is weird. They're gonna be weird.
And 1 is a freak.
1 is a freak.
Case in point.
2 is it's
co-host
just
Evie.
you obviously just prefer one over the other, and so 1 is gonna be messed up.
Yeah.
I would have said the F word there, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until the 10 minutes is up till I say something like that. But 2 is you like one, you don't like the other one, and that's gonna make somebody weird as well. 3, evenly distribute your like and your dislike, and you can switch between. It's a nice number. You can be like, I like you today. Next day, I'm not really feeling your vibe.
You're from
so
a 3
much.
situation.
I'm
huh?
from a 3
You're
situation.
from a 3.
Yeah.
I'm from a 4.
4 is,
I got 4.
See, 4 is too many. I actually think 3 is the perfect number.
You're from a 6 feet under situation. Perfectly, right? Or no?
No, that's 3.
They only have 3. Wait, what year 4? Are you the baby?
I'm
But
the
you're-
youngest,
Nico's-
by many years.
Yes.
Oh, so you're an accident.
No, I was on purpose.
You were on purpose?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
Confirmed, I was on purpose.
Your
By
parents,
who?
when they were old as hell, were like, we're going to do this again.
By
Yes,
who?
when
By
my
God?
mom-
Yeah.
My mom was like 40. My mom had me when she was 42.
Wow.
And she was like,
wanted
okay,
to
one
do that.
last rodeo. Because I remember she said to me one time, she was like, someone came up to me and was like, at her
you
job,
okay?
and was like, oh my God, like,
I'm sorry for
your
that
kid-
accident.
Yeah, your kid was an accident, right? And she was like, no, they were on purpose.
That's actually so rude of anybody to assume that old parents did it by accident.
Well, I think just because there's a huge gap between me and my siblings.
That's always the assumption. If there's like more than like a 7-year gap.
It's
people
7
are
years
like,
exactly.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's the science?
Yeah.
7 years is
that's
when-
That's how long I am.
Oh.
And the
Behind my brother.
Fishers
Yeah.
in 6 feet under, they have a 13-year gap
Yes.
Between whom and between Nate and Claire?
between Claire and David.
Oh, David's the oldest one.
David's the middle one.
Oh, but then
Nate's
Nate's the oldest.
Yeah, well, I mean, 13-year between middle and youngest. I guess,
Oh,
'cause
wow. I mean, that's a big difference.
Dave is 31. He says it in the first season.
And Claire,
And Claire's
same age as me. I'm
17.
just
Yeah.
like David.
Yeah, me too,
a
me
gay
too.
guy who's 31 years old.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. How about that?
Wait, Claire's
Yeah.
17, so it's a 14.
Oh, 14-year gap. You're right.
That's to me, like, when you say like 13, 14-year gap, that sounds like, I'm like, oh my God, that's so much. That's such a big
Pretty
difference.
crazy.
But
I mean,
me
yeah.
being 31 and a 17-year-old, I'm like, we're not that different.
Yes, that's so
We're
true.
not so different, you and I.
see so much in common. I live, this is true. I live, and if you want to look it up, it's true. I live near a charter school, and
Yeah.
I will constantly see 17, 18-year-olds and mistake them for my best friends.
You feel pretty close to them.
Insofar as I'll be, knee-deep in hanging out with them, I'll be holding
Right.
court with them, you know.
Right. Smoking cigs.
I'm buying them. I buy all my friends cigs, so it's nothing
It's
to
just
me
what
when
you
they
do
ask
for
me
your
for
friends.
that. Yeah. When they ask me for that, it's nothing. You know what I
It's
mean?
nothing.
When they ask me for Mad Dogs, the blue Mad Dogs from the liquor store, nice and dusty. They ask me for the dustiest ones.
Dustier the better.
Yeah. The dustiest top they can find.
Yes.
Yes. And you know what they do is they take a shot of the Mad Dog. They grab the top of their finger.
Yeah.
What do you call this part of your finger? The first of the two,
Segment?
the first segment of the three jutting out
That's
from your
what they're
hand.
called? Isn't it like a piece?
Knuckle.
Knuckle.
A piece.
First
a
knuckle.
joint.
Well, anyway, the first segment.
You know what we're talking
the
about,
first
right,
joint.
listeners?
The first segment,
the
jutting
piece of
out
the
from
finger.
your hand.
There's three pieces.
Yeah. Springing out from the knuckle is your first segment.
Yeah.
And what these children will do is they'll rub their first segment on the dust.
Snort it.
Well, they'll take a shot of the Mad Dog 2020, gum that dust.
Gum the dust.
And they
trip.
They beat the fuck out of me.
They get all excited and they beat you up.
They swarm me. They harass me. They bully.
That
they
sounds really
tear.
fun.
Yeah, it's a great time. I mean, it's good to have friends. You know?
It's good to have friends.
How far are we into it? Can we get into the dime
10
square?
minutes and 40 seconds.
Wow.
So now we're in the dime square section. Bitch.
Oh, shit, what happened?
What?
Ass, butt.
Oh, I thought you said butt.
Oh,
you
butt
were saying
ass, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm cussing.
Butthole.
Screw all of the people. And what I want to do right now is, okay, so on our dime square tier, I just want to show Rick some people on my phone here. Yeah. Get a look at this guy.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm prejudiced against him
Jesus Christ.
because of his background and because of his makeup.
That is messed up.
Genetically.
That's messed up. But
Here's
it's kind of funny, too.
Here's another picture.
Yeah.
I think this guy must have a smelly home
That is fucked up.
because of the food he prepares from his culture,
That is
which
messed
is
up.
not mine.
Yeah.
Take a look at this one.
No,
I mean, come on.
Oh my god.
I mean, the Franklin's House of Horrors opened early.
I met a guy like that before, and he was weird.
Yeah, no.
he was
That
weird.
reminds you of that weird guy from school who was so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And me, meanwhile,
And he had a certain smell to him.
Yes.
Kind of like cabbage.
But meanwhile,
Everyone called him Cabbage Boy.
yes, everyone
Me
called him.
included.
Yes, creamed cabbage boy.
Cabbage
The cabbage
boy.
kid.
The cabbage patch cream boy. And
Did you guys have any names like that, or were you Mr. Cool?
well, I had a few names. I had El Capitan,
Yeah.
El Jefe,
Yeah.
Domain Man, Mr. In the Mix,
Yep. that sounds like
Rico Suave.
Rico.
Hey, now you're coming into my territory.
Oh.
I was Freako. But that's about it.
Freako.
Freako.
In a good way,
So you were. It sounds like you were a freak.
Yeah, I guess so.
but Freako in a good way.
Yes, Freako
You're
in a good
saying.
way. Exactly.
Freako, like you're so cool, it's freaky.
Yes, scary.
Yeah.
Haunting.
Haunting. Freak.
Freako.
You're kind of a haunting.
I'm
freak.
just getting another text message from one of my group chats now.
Yeah.
Take a look at this odd person. Oh my
Whoa.
god. They are so different from me in terms of size and their hair.
That actually makes me uncomfortable. Even. So,
I wish the worst for a person who looks so different from me like that.
yeah. So
Jeez.
great.
we should catch a movie at the Metrograph.
Oh, huh? What film? What we gonna do? What we gonna watch?
Maybe-
Midar? Hey, you're Captain, my captain. I follow you. Anything you say, me do. What should we do, Big Rick?
We should go catch a movie at the Metrograph. Maybe get some oysters at Clandestino after and do some cocaine.
Dude, that's
In the
what I'm
bathroom.
talking about. That's the kind of lifestyle I lead every night, and it's driving me to tears in the morning.
That's the
Let me tell you.
driving you to tears because of how beautiful your life is.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I will be rolling around in bed at 4:30 in the morning, just going, "Oh, I met so many beautiful artists. I can't go to sleep.
So many amazing, edgy artists.
I saw so many good outfits. I can't go to sleep in my
Yeah.
nasty little room."
Yeah.
All right, let's get the fuck over there.
Let's do
Taxi!
it. Taxi! Can you do the finger whistle thing?
I can't do the finger whistle thing. Nico, can you do the finger whistle thing?
All right.
Thanks for picking us up. I'm sorry I have such a low rating on Uber. It's really just because I'm obnoxious and I throw up a lot.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
I like you, little guy. What's your name, little friend?
Yeah, I am a little.
You're so small. Look at you.
I am so small. Yeah,
I'm tickling you.
But I'm.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Stop.
All right. Eyes on the road, you little fucker.
I crashed.
Ow! Ow, my legs! Ow, both of my legs!
I crashed because you were tickling me and I was distracted.
Ow, both of my legs! Both of my legs were damaged in the crash!
Oh no, it looks like it's a pretty bad crash.
Producer Nico must carry me the rest of the way to these downtown events.
I fucking told you not to tickle him.
My legs got damaged too. I think both of my legs got severed in the crash, and my arms as well.
Help us,
I have to
Nico!
carry both of you guys.
Carry us, please!
And
Okay.
you gotta sew up my holes too because
Sew
I'm
up those
bleeding
holes.
out.
I know how to use a sewer.
Don't take me to the hospital because that shit is so expensive. I can't go to the hospital.
Do you have a needle on you?
I do.
Okay, I can
for
do that.
situations like this. Here you go.
Okay.
Meanwhile, while our heroes stitch themselves up in a lair in Dimes Square, two villains plotted their next move. Oh, Anna. Oh, I love to eat the shit right out of your ass. It tastes so good when I come straight from the top. You know what I mean?
Well, that is classic Russian custom, my Russian friend. And we are very evil planning our Russian plan. Did you hear this disgusting podcast that says they are kind of like Dime Square, kind of like us, and they are trying to be new Dime Square podcasts? Could you believe this?
Yes, I heard of this new Times Square podcast last Friday night.
They think they are going to be new Red Scare. There is only Red Scare, and there can only is room in this town for one Red Scare podcast.
It pisses me off so much. I must eat some more shit from the ground that you spilled that did not make it onto my tongue.
Yes, I know you do. This is a Russian custom that we like to do, and I do like to. I have a very fish-based diet. It's mostly fish and vodka.
It's so pasty. Your excrement you release is so pasty. It does not make it all the way into my mouth.
It is, and I do love how much you like to eat from me, my friend Dasha. But I do must take care of my young child now.
Oh, yes, I do, my friend Anna, and I must have sex with my latest new celebrity boyfriend, whoever he may be.
You have new celebrity boyfriend? Who is he?
Whoever he may be, probably some DJ. I am such a... I'm having a seizure. Well.
Oh, Dasha, you are having another seizure, but it is very normal for you because you are epileptic. So don't worry about it. I'm just going to take care of my child very quickly.
Oh, okay.
Just have your seizure and I will be right back. But we need to come up with a plan to kill the last Friday night podcast.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Actually, I'm feeling a little better now. I'm noticing a
You do not look so good. You look like shit. You might want to take a shot of vodka.
Oh, I'm noticing a beautiful painting of Russian sunset, which is white and indistinguishable from the rest of the day because of cloudiness in the sky.
You will not believe the article I read the other day on the New York Times. This man wrote an article about how Gen Z is asking for time off work. This man was a This man was a who wrote this article.
Oh my god. It reminds me of shoot I was having the other day. I was having the clothes, I was having the makeup, but what is having infecting the mind virus of the man who does makeup for my face? It is he having woke mind virus and not allowing me to say the naughty words like, look at this guy on my phone. I am so prejudiced about this guy.
He looks like a to me.
I am so prejudiced about his size and his shape and his other features. Yes.
He looks like a to me.
He looks like a there is a with the past 10 minutes of our recording. Alors, la producer!
Is it past 10 minutes?
Is it the past 10 minutes?
I already said it's past 10 minutes.
Then he is a retard!
It's 20 minutes.
Dasha, you are not French, you are Russian. Remember that. Please take another shot of vodka. It's because you just went to Paris for 2 weeks. Because you were fucking that fat.
That's
you were
right.
having a 2-week sexual relationship with that fat.
That's
and you
right.
are not French, and neither am I.
That's
I
right.
am not French either.
I was having sex with a man who wiped my mind clean with his amazing script. We collaborate. Oh, I never have encountered mind like his.
You are sounding more like yourself, Dasha. Thank God. Hello, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is at the door?
Well, hello. It's not exactly Captain Picard from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
You sound like to me.
It's me, Robert. Please let me in. Step, step, step. Here I walk.
Okay, I don't know a Robert, but I will let
I'm
you
wearing
in.
high heel shoes, just like I was at the Oscars when I received my first win.
Oh my God! It's Oscar winner Robert Downey Jr. You make me sick to my stomach.
No, that's right, ladies. Listen, I wore high heel shoes to appear just a bit taller than Sam Rockwell at the Oscars, and now I'm just a bit taller than both of you, standing at a powerful 5'7". Behold my strength and my height. I'm towering over both of you.
Oh, so you think you're a big man?
That's right.
At 5'7"?
That's right. I rule.
You make me sick because you are a faggot.
As everybody knows, 5'7" is the tallest a man gets in Times Square. And I rule the school. I'm not planning on changing that anytime soon with that 6'4" dick Rick in that last Friday night podcast that I just hate.
So you will conspire with us, Robert Downey Jr., because we must kill the last Friday night podcast because they believe that they are the new Russian Times Square podcast.
That's right.
And we cannot let this happen.
Well, unfortunately, ladies, before I do that, I'll have to kill you both. Silencer pistol. Oh, the cool fat of death is turning me French once again. Oh, if only I could have had more sex with my before I died. This is me, Dasha, signing off. For life.
As this is Anna Katyan, and I am dying as well. Please tell all the gay guys that they are fat. And I am Russian, not French as well. And fuck you.
Well said, ladies. Oh, Peter, I've done your dirty work for you.
Well, yes. Thank you, Robert Downey Jr. It's me, Peter Thiel, of course.
Of course, and I know that you're Peter Thiel, and I'm Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, I am Peter Thiel, of course. I am a billionaire.
I was an Iron Man and Natural Born Killer.
And we are lovers as well.
And we make love. Oh, get over here. My turn.
I love kissing you. I love kissing you.
Yes, that's the sound of her making out.
Because of how guttural it is.
Yes, and I have a little chode tongue. That's
you do have a chode tongue,
long.
and I love sucking on it.
Yeah, it's 9 inches long, but it's even wider than that, so it's still technically chode.
Yeah, so also when you tongue my ass, I go crazy for it.
That's right.
Yes,
and I love our relationship, but I financially owe you so much money.
I don't really care about that kind of thing because I'm so rich, but I also do kind of care about that thing because I care about the principle.
Oh, my father was a director, but I still, had a tumultuous childhood, and I hate the last Friday night podcast, and especially that Dick Rick.
I hate that too. I hate him so much. If I could just kill him right now, I would.
Oh my God! And not to mention that producer Nico.
Oh, that producer Nico just makes me sick. Oh, they make me sick to my stomach. Ow! I hate anybody who isn't a gay guy.
Wait, guys, I'm still here. I thought you invited me to watch you have sex.
What the hell?
Well, now you're making fun of me.
What the? Well, I thought you were into that. I thought
you weren't supposed to hear that, producer Nico.
I'm sorry.
This is still Peter Thiel, by the way.
Yeah, and this is Robert, and I'd like to thank my horrible childhood, Oscars. But all jokes aside, producer Nico, no, we love you. You're a valuable part of our relationship, and thanks.
You could be really valuable if you made a switch over to the Peter Thiel podcast.
That's
network.
right. And
we're just out two of our most valuable hosts.
And let's slide you a check to show you how serious we are about making this turn and shooting Brian and Rick in their stupid heads.
And yes, actually, if you could make them suffer, we want them to suffer, please. I have a carefully concocted poison that I got from one of my top scientists. If you could slip it into one of their meals.
Also, if you could finger Brian's ass until all the shit falls out of his ass, and then roll around it and send me several pictures, I would pay you.
Yes, and if you could do that to me,
$25.
Yes, if you could do that to me as well, Peter Thiel, that would be very nice.
Actually, you could do that to both of us at the same time.
Yes, you could do it to Robert Downey Jr. as well. Well, we kiss each other.
I'd pay you $25.
Yes, I'd pay you another $25 as well.
$50. Well, that sounds like nothing.
I could do that part.
Okay, great.
But what's the podcast about?
Oh, our new podcast. Well, I guess I impulsively killed Anna and Dasha, our two most valuable assets, for the alt-right takeover of America, infecting America's minds to be conservative and Catholic, and reject the rebellion of the 90s.
Exactly. That was a little premature, Robert Downey Jr., because they were supposed to be infiltrating, the American minds to turn them against the West and turn us into a new crypto-Russian fascist regime.
Right. That's right.
Where I am President Peter Thiel.
And nobody rocks out and wears a flannel anymore like the 90s. I hated the 90s! That's when I was at the height of my addictions.
Yeah, that was a bad time for you. It was a bad time for you, Robert Downey Jr. So, producer
Nico.
It's listen. I would be funding this operation. No, there's no cap to how much money I will give you.
Okay.
Billions of dollars for whatever podcast you would like to make. The only stipulation is that you must turn the American people against the woke mind virus.
Okay. I can do that.
Wow.
I feel like I could do that pretty easily. I feel like I'd be good at that, in fact.
Okay.
When do we start? Start now?
Start right now.
Wow.
Okay.
So you're gonna turn Brian and Rick into edgelords like we want, or are we gonna kill them still? I've got murder on my mind.
I think what we have to do is just create a bigger budget for last Friday night by donations, perhaps. And then
from Peter
more
Thiel.
People will see. Yes, Peter. I mean, you could get in on this. More people will see last Friday night, and see the wokeness and how it infects the mind and don't tell Rick and Brian I said this, but the way that it destroys the mind and makes you gay and disgusting.
So this is a very interesting concept, producer Nico. Basically, you want to give extra funding to an extra woke podcast, the Last Friday Night podcast, and just let them do their thing as they're doing.
They can do it all on their own,
in the hopes that everyone else will be of sound mind enough to realize how insane the woke mind virus makes everybody.
Yes, absolutely. I think they can do it all on their own.
That is putting a lot of faith into the rationale of the American brain, which I fear has already started to be infected by the woke mind virus.
Well, I think any rational brain will hear Last Friday Night and say, oh no, I'm not going towards the woke.
By the way, I just made a little puddle in my seat.
Oh my God, we did it at the same time. I did the same thing.
What? Producer Nico.
What kind of cuddle, baby? Puddle?
A little puddle. Well, it was a mix of all three.
Mine is a piddle. A piddle puddle.
Oh. Mine was a little bit of all four.
Oh.
Belly button grease.
Oh, okay.
Number 4 was in the equation.
And pee and poop?
Sometimes my belly button squirts and pee and poop and cum, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes my belly button squirts like a little pussy, like a little clit.
I love that about you, baby. That turns me on so much. I actually creamed a little bit myself just thinking about you creaming out of your belly button.
Oh my God, that's so nuts.
You guys are cool. I like hanging out with you guys.
Hurry up to the Last Friday Night Studios and make them woke as hell.
Okay, here I go.
Ride by horse. Nico rode by horse, so they rode all night. They rode hard and put away wet. That horse was spanked on its ass several times to make its journey faster. Nico spanked with the crop on the ass of the horse to get the horse to go faster. To make the horse's speed increase, horny Nico whipped it with a switch on the ass.
And meanwhile, while this was happening, Peter Thiel and Robert Downey Jr. were making love, crazy style, in their castle, in their evil lair, where they planned all their dastardly deeds, while Nico was riding away on the horse.
And wishing that they could be there to watch Peter Thiel and Robert make love.
Nico was the whole time wishing that they could be watching Peter Thiel and Robert Downey Jr. make love.
But they weren't, so too bad, so sad. Anyway, we're moving on, okay? Can't dwell on that. Can't dwell on wishes and butts and candy nuts, okay?
But they were making love.
But they were making love very passionately and
passionately and slowly, but also fastly.
Yes. Well, it has to start out slow.
Start out slow and then fast.
With a certain girth and length of one of the members involved.
And then go back to slow.
Yeah. I won't say which one, but one of them's hung. Hung like you wouldn't believe.
And one of them is not hung.
One of the other one is so pathetic. And by the way, this is the narrator speaking. If you're a sub out there, we haven't forgotten about you. We haven't forgotten about you and your inferior disposition.
Yes, and if you have an inferior disposition, we think it's pathetic and we're laughing at it. Unless you're very self-conscious about it, in which case it's nothing to be ashamed about. And there's other things that you can do to satisfy a sexual partner.
Roll on. Nico kept a rolling on all day long to Brian and Rick to tell them to be woke and make them gay and make them very cringe. Roll on.
And meanwhile, Brian and Rick were just sitting silently because they didn't have a producer to tell them what to do on the podcast.
I'm just going to keep fiddling with my mic here a little bit. Just see how this works. Oh, this is okay.
I think that's all right.
Should we take a break? I don't know. Should we? Because there's nothing else to do, I guess.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. We don't have a producer, so we might as well just kind of take a break.
I got no break. Yeah. I got no producer.
Some water. Use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Whoa, Nico!
Hey!
Where did you come from?
Wait, I was going to say my least favorite thing. Oh,
You just came in on a horse?
Yeah, this is my horse.
Wow.
Into your own apartment where we record the last Friday night podcast?
What a steed.
Yeah. He can come upstairs.
That's not very responsible.
Well, we have enough space.
That's a mighty fine steed.
I know.
Is that an Arabian?
In fact, it's a palomino.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means, but that sounds very
know.
fancy.
White with spots.
Beautiful, beautiful horsey.
I know, gorgeous.
The beautiful
gorgeous.
body. Beautiful, strong body.
Took me all the way from Dime Square.
From Dime Square. That's miles and miles away.
To our little humble home in Bed-Stuy, where we
Bed-Stuy.
record this podcast.
Off
of
the
course.
G train.
It's off the G train. It's
In
off
New
a
York
certain
City.
stop of the G train in New York City. If you
So
want to
you
come and
must
find
have
me
some
and kill
some
me.
tall tales from when you were out.
Yeah, what the
Actually-
hell was taking you so long? We were trying to think of the worst things to say, and we got nervous.
I do have some really good news, which is that a big Dime Square investor has chosen our podcast
Let's
to give a lot of money to.
We making money. All I want to do is
Yo.
bow, and
Slap me five.
ching, and take the money.
Give him a high five.
Slap me that five. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said slimy five.
No, yeah. Well,
Slimy five.
that would be the same thing.
That would be the same thing. Slimy five.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what
we
I'm talking
can
about.
finally stop recording in our kitchen
Oh,
and get like a
that'd
real
be
place
nice.
to record, and we can finally like start saying, what we really feel, start
The
saying
F
what
word.
we're really thinking.
The R
The
word.
F word.
The L word.
The D word.
The M word.
The S word.
The X word.
Probably like 75%
The A
of those.
word.
A word is one of my
Say it
favorites.
all about all the types.
Yep.
All the bodies.
Wait, so you
all the shades.
so you got
all the foods and the stinks.
Well, maybe more so like family friendly or like more,
What are you talking about?
Not-
Our whole rebrand
family.
is doing we're
Wait,
naughty, we're bad. We
Okay,
say
maybe not-
we're supposed to be naughty. What the hell you say?
maybe not family friendly, but more like socially aware. You know what I mean?
what?
Just a little more like subtle with some things. Like
I
you can
thought
still
we
be
were
naughty.
being not socially aware. I thought we were being
But,
socially unaware.
Just spit it out, Nico. What do you mean socially aware? Not naughty. All these code words. I feel like I'm back at NBC being a writer for Parks and Recreation, which, by the way, I was a writer for Parks and Recreation.
This is what it felt like being a cast member on SNL.
Yeah.
They were always telling me, but be a little more socially
Oh my
aware.
God. You would send me the funniest sketches from your time on SNL that they wouldn't put on, by the way.
Yeah.
The guy at the store who has a certain look and a certain haircut.
Something's wrong about him.
And he's black.
So what is it?
Well, maybe not that. Maybe
What
not
did the
saying
investors
that,
say?
but
This is the investors' influence, right?
I just think, maybe just a few tweaks here and there could really
How much? I want to know how much
our audience.
investment we're talking
Yeah,
about.
well,
like, is this they're giving us $100 or like what kind of investment are we
Show
talking?
me the green and say what you mean.
Let's just say it's...
Okay.
I just did a whisper to them.
It's $1 billion.
Yeah.
$1 billion.
It's $1 billion.
I'll do freaking anything for $1 billion.
Now that's making me think differently.
I'll say anything socially aware and polite and all
Did
that
I?
kind of stuff for $1 billion.
Did not mean to say that. Can we forget?
Scrub that.
Can we bleep? We have to bleep out most of this episode.
We can
Oh
bleep.
fuck!
We're gonna be on good
fuck! This
behavior.
is our Dime Square episode, and we're saying all the worst things that ever came to our imagination.
No, but you're saying the investor wants us to be woke,
He wants us
right?
to be fucking
He wants
woke?
us to be woke.
Are
He
you
wants us-
fucking serious?
I think it would just
It's
take a
worth
few
it.
tweaks.
We should do it.
Fuck!
For
We
$1
should-
billion.
We should do it.
$1 billion.
That's $1 billion to be woke. I'll freaking sell out, dude.
Can you imagine? That'd buy me a spot next to a Pret-a-Manger in New York City.
You could have an apartment above a Pret-a-Manger in New York City for $1 billion.
Oh my God!
Or we'd be splitting the $1 billion 3 ways, so it would be
One apartment.
333 million.
That's 33 million point 333. That's 0.333 repeating, 33 mil.
Good. Yeah, that's a lot more money than I got right now.
Jock doesn't get any of the money.
Jock? Yeah, I'm sorry. We can figure out a salary. We can figure out a salary for Jock.
You could get like 20,000 a year.
I honestly think
20,000 a year. That's pretty good.
I don't think I'm sorry. I'm getting a text message.
Is on?
I'm getting a text message right now, and it's from my accountant, and he's saying, "Yeah, we're not going to be able to pay Jock anything in the coming quarter or anything."
But wait, did he say that you got the apartment above the Pret a Manger?
Oh, he did say that I got that apartment on 14th and Broadway above the Pret a Manger. Let's go! Let's go!
Fuck yeah!
Okay, let's go. I got 1.5 baths. 3 bedrooms. I got 1 hallway connecting all of those rooms. I got 15 units above me, 15 units beside me. I'm rocking, I'm rolling, I'm killing it. I'm a Pret a Manger.
And there's a Pret a Manger across the street, too. Perfect.
That's right.
10 years later. It's now 10 years later, and the last Friday Night Podcast is the main news item on NBC. They got the main slot from 8 to 10 p.m. It's the last Friday Night Podcast.
Oh, it's nice to be here in this green room. They have the tea that I like.
Yeah, I've been drinking the tea that they got. They got the Earl Grey tea, and it got me thinking about, you should really give your kids pronouns.
What the fuck? Oh, I ought to swing at you. Oh, wait. No, I forgot. I'm woke. I've been woke for so long, and it's made me millions.
We've been woke for 10 years now.
Oh, sirens in the background.
Because of all the chaos and destruction that's happening in this country, but we agree that the path forward in this country is to be woke.
That's right.
And what we're telling you is that, and just what my opinion is, because we're in conversation with each other on the news. It's kind of like a podcast talk show, but it's on NBC 24 hours a day.
That's right.
So what I think is, give your kids pronouns. That's a good thing. That's a good thing you should give to your kids is pronouns. Give your dog pronouns too. Give that dog a pronoun.
I just burped on my shirt.
Friend, you gotta go to the doctor. You gotta go to the doctor. You gotta take care of yourself.
Well, but before... No, I won't go to the doctor because they won't be woke enough for me. They won't respect. Sorry, I just had another seizure. They won't respect my pronouns, and now doctors train in pronouns instead of medicine.
I've been thinking that there's been too much nudity and sexuality in television and movies. I was watching a movie the other day. And two people kissed each other on the television program.
That's right. Where was I anyway? I saw Nasha Mamamova sticking a in her fish. I mean, a fish in her pussy. I'm sorry, but I was so disgusted. That's right.
That sounds disgusting.
My children were watching this. They said it was the future of cinema.
Are they? I hope you grounded. I hope you grounded them. I hope they're grounded. I hope you're grounded. Your children. How old are your children? They're 30 years old.
Well, my oldest is 57, and my youngest is 2. And he watched it. He was the one that jerked off to it and sprayed all over my flat screen.
Well,
which we have in 2055.
Which is 10 years later from when we first started our woke podcast in 2024. That's how fast time moves when you're living in the woke future.
That's right.
I hope
all is going according to my plan.
Nico, what's that?
What plan?
What the fuck you just say,
are you
bitch?
talking about?
The fuck you say, bitch?
I didn't realize I said that out loud.
The fuck you mean, bitch? What the fuck you trying to really fucking say to us right now, bitch?
Friend, that doesn't sound very respectful of your co-host.
Yes.
It's not a very respectful, woke manner in which to speak to your co-host.
Of course.
Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome.
All those years ago, I did something bad.
What did you do? Whatever could you do? You're the best friend of ours and the roommate of Brian for 30 years now.
You remember when we received that $1 billion from a dime square investor?
Of course, it's the best thing that ever happened to us. We're all billionaires now.
It was from Peter Thiel.
What the fuck, man?
And
What? What else, man?
we conspired together to turn last Friday night into a woke NBC style show.
Oh my God!
That's why I'm so woke. That's why I'm so woke right now. And
You sold us out to Peter Thiel?
and that's not all.
No!
What the fuck?
Those sour monkeys you're drinking right now,
What the fuck, man? You better not be talking about my sour monkey.
they're poisoned.
You poisoned us with sour monkey?
I feel the poison now seeping through my veins, seeping through my brain. It's infecting every mainframe.
It is a freestyling poison, so it does make you freestyle before you pass away.
I feel that poison. It's feeling like poison.
Uh-huh.
Berry.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling very
What's up?
bad right now.
Okay,
And
poison
I want to
berry.
die. Mm-hmm. Right
I
now.
want to die right now.
Period.
I want to die right now, period. I want to fuck that bitch on her, period. I want to fuck that bitch, period. I want to swag on that bitch, period. I swag the most, I swag the most, I swag. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Oh, wait, I've got one thing to say. I wish I was never woke. I wish I could pray and never be woke again. I wish I could be a Republican. I wish that I was never infected by Nico. Nico is a freak, though. Yo.
And I've never been woke this whole time, and I got all these rhymes, and all the time I wish that I could say what I wanted to say, but I couldn't say what I wanted to say, because the whole time I was and I couldn't express that on the podcast, although we were billionaires, because anybody will sell out for $1 billion.
Straight up. Yo, listen, it's like this. I wish I could have said all the things I could have said about all the races. But instead, I said things to be complacent. Yo, listen to me. I ain't in no basement. I'm in my own apartment that I can almost pay the rent for every week. Yo, I ain't no geek. I ain't no freak. Listen, oh no, I'm dead again.
You guys.
What?
What?
I'm old.
I actually...
That was weird what we just did just then, the freestyling, but you said that was a sign of us dying a slow, painful death.
Check 1, 2, it's like this.
Brian,
Listen,
no, you're dying.
every time I
This means
check
you're
the microphone, I take a pit.
I actually put the poison in my own beer. And I cannot help but freestyle in a way that is pleasing to the ear.
You
Thou shalt
killed
not
yourself?
die. I killed myself. And in my own eye, that is wealth. And so I shall pass away, and last Friday night will air.
Yeah.
One more day on NBC.
Oh.
Thanks to me. Goodbye.
Wow. Goodbye, producer Nico.
I left you a little bit of inheritance.
Oh, wow. How much? How much are we talking in terms of financials here?
I left you dice and $6,000 of credit card debt.
That's really not helping me right now.
I think that's pretty nice.
That's 2 financial burdens that I can't deal with. I think I'm going to use one to solve the other. You know what I mean? So I'm going to give my cat to the credit card company. Sorry. Use it as leverage. That's got to be at least worth
$6K.
$70.
Does that about even out?
Oh, I was thinking 70. Is that too low?
Dice is worth $70K.
$70K. That's a valuable cat.
What the fuck does he do?
He's
Stink?
as good as gold, or so they say.
He's as good as gold.
Far as I know, all he does is stink. He's got a little shit nose, and he's got little nasty paws.
Nico died, and so now are we back to the normal?
I'm on my way out.
Oh, you're still you're dying. You're dying.
Still, yeah. How's that going? By the way, are you getting any closer?
Poop soon.
Okay.
That's what happens when you die.
Okay, I
you
forgot about that.
You poop your pants.
Yeah. You feel a number 2 on the way?
Yeah, it's coming.
Does it hurt?
Does it smell?
Die?
Oh, does it hurt to die? Yeah. That's a good question.
It feels amazing.
Oh, it feels amazing. Does it feel like coming?
Yeah, it feels like I'm coming this whole
I kind of want to die now. That's awesome.
Are you coming harder than you ever did with me, your roommate?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Fuck this! Fuck you, Death! I'm gonna beat up the Grim Reaper! I'll kill that Grim Reaper if I have to.
That's actually awesome.
No, I'll kill that little Grim Reaper. I'll slit his slit of his dick on his scythe.
That would be hot.
Damn, Nico, you're so horny when you're dying.
The Grim Reaper's bony, slitty dick on his scythe, on his own scythe. Well, I'll say, don't you come for me!
Because he made Nico come harder than you ever could?
Of course.
Is that why?
Wow. Out of jealousy.
Yeah.
If I can't please you like that, then he must die.
Yeah.
And that's not woke, by the way. So edit that out. That we are woke podcast, right? Or are we not anymore?
I kind of lost track because now it almost feels like we're back in our regular body. Right. It's almost like we time traveled back to when before we had our NBC billion dollar deal, and now we're back to being a non-woke podcast.
You're right. And it's almost like I have no money like when I started this podcast.
Yeah.
All that NBC money.
And honestly, there's
but Nico is still bleeding out on the floor. But it's still kind
of nice, right? It's still kind of nice to
die. Is it ecstatic?
Yeah, it's like heroin.
Do you see the light? Do you see a darkness? Do you hear screams?
It's like uns.
Wait,
kind of
fuck, that sounds so fun. You're coming and you're at a dance party? That sounds so awesome.
I'm at Berghain, but what were you saying? What were you saying?
You took my beer. That's where it went.
That's why I poisoned. I died.
Oh, that's you took the beer that I just opened, and I was hoping to sip on. So you can't drink any
of it because it's poison.
Yeah, it's all poison now.
I think that what I think that happened is Nico dying snapped us back in time to our $1 billion deal.
Wow.
Where now
I can hear the sounds of it now, actually, of us being warped back into time.
We're in our $1 billion deal, but I think we know what we have to do now, which is that we have to become woke. We need to rebrand from a dime square edgy podcast into a woke podcast because that's where the money is. We can get $1 billion if we become a woke podcast.
And where they shall, it's almost in the Bible, where they shall zig, we shall zag.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be in the Bible. It's not, but it should be. Where Josiah zagged, Jebediah zigged.
Yeah.
It's these Kill Tony podcasts, these these Two Bears, One Cave, they're saying some of the craziest things you'll ever hear. Yeah. Some of the most offensive. It makes me sick.
Yeah.
The words that they'll say. Black. White. These awful words.
Right. And I hate nudity and I hate sex.
I hate nudity. I hate the pussies rubbing and I hate especially when the clit is involved.
Yeah. And I really hope that nobody comes after us and tries to kill us for being an up-and-coming successful podcast. We're climbing the ranks in the woke world, as it were. And, that's when people want to tear you down and kill you.
Meanwhile, in the uppermost terraces of Williamsburg.
Yeah, I really hate these guys. The last Friday Night podcast.
Actually, I'd hate to ruin the last Friday Night podcast for good. Or my name isn't Conover, Adam, of course. I'm a guy with hair, and I've been working out recently, but I still love my body, no matter how it's shaped. It's me! And you! George Soros, my best friend. And my sexual lover.
George Soros. Yes. George Soros and Adam Conover, you're my best friend.
And we're on the top of the William Vale in Williamsburg.
Yes, we're at the top where we live together. You and I, Adam Conover and George Soros.
On the rooftop bar we live behind in the ice container.
Platonic asexual gay lovers.
I wish I could be gay. Believe me, I would have so much more fun if I was gay. Oh, believe me. Oh, but I'm so pathetically addicted to p***. I'm so sorry.
I thought we were asexual lovers.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. I'm asexual by choice because I'm addicted to p***. Well, I just can't help the touch of a woman and her pussy.
You made the right choice there, friend, because it's not safe to be addicted to pussy.
That's right.
In this woke world that we live in.
Especially with the fake puritanical rules that we bestow upon the left wing to make them secretly more regressive than the right wing, to install our secret plan of a beep worldwide regime. Yes, once the rule the world, we shall be their little servants.
That's exactly right, Adam Conover. That's exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. And I'm so excited to be funding this woke operation, me, George Soros. And I'm just funding money left and right to all the wokery, all the silliness that's going on. The MSNBC, the last Friday Night podcast, of course.
Yeah.
What else?
By the way, isn't that a beautiful solar eclipse outside?
Oh, yes, it's so beautiful. I'm looking right at it right now.
Ah, yes.
I'm taking out my fucking gun right now out of my pocket, and I'm gonna shoot George Soros in the fucking head.
What was that?
Yes. All part of my plan. Yes. Okay. Well, almost dead now. Yes, anyway, all part of my plan. Okay. So that was it? That must be... Okay. So that's the last of it. Stop. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Dang it, I gotta load another clip into my gun if I'm gonna make sure this motherfucker's dead.
It hurts so bad.
Curse my awful aim. I guess I gotta load another clip to make sure I can kill this motherfucker dead.
If I have one last thing to say.
Yeah, what's that, Zozo?
Before you kill me, you motherfucker.
It's disgusting.
The woke will live on.
Don't worry, Dozos. I'm gonna make sure the woke live on more than you ever could have, you stupid motherfucker. Yes, first step, George Soros. Next step, the last Friday night podcast.
Oh
no. Oh, jeez. I just got a cramp.
All right, and that was the last Friday night podcast radio hour. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening in. Maybe we'll hear the rest of the story next time.
Hey, well, maybe.
On the next step, yeah, maybe. We'll see. R.I.P. to all the people who died.
R.I.P. to all them dead bodies out there. All them dead homies. And let's.
And that's all, folks.
And who? Let's vote at home. Who are you rooting for, the woke or the edgelords?
Yeah.
Everyone, vote at home, and we'll let you know who's gonna win.
And also let us know what you would rather have us do.
Yes,
you want us to be
right.
woke,
Well,
you want us to be edgy.
Obviously, we don't know yet, so we're just trying to figure that out. Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
And Brian Finney was signing off, and that's John.
And Nico. SpongeBob.
And by the way, Larry the Lobster is one of the biggest guys on the beach.
My latissimus dorsi.